I know you bring it. Ah, shit.
I'm not doing it over.
Hey,
No,
hi, howdy, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Contagious Smiles. You can see we're kind of jovial tonight.
you're a
Uh,
little bald now on
I'm
the top
bald.
of your head.
Oh, I went down and I gave myself a haircut. Well, not just one, but all of them.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, that saves me like $20, and I've been doing that for like 18 years. So why not? Number three on the head. Yeah. Anyway, this is Unstoppable with Victoria Cure, who's an amazing, amazing wife and fabulous, if I can make that word up, fierce, loyal mother of an amazing child.
Mine.
Well, no, she's ours.
So
Paperwork.
whatever. So tell me, how am I this fabulous
Are,
wife?
are you kidding me? Look at everything you do for me. You work for me.
I don't work for you. You work for me, technically.
No, I get to stay at home, bitch.
I didn't call you that.
No, no, I don't mind being a stay at home bitch. Why? You work for me.
Wow.
You see how I turned that around?
Not in your favor.
No.
Not in your favor.
I'm sleeping on the couch tonight.
I don't know.
Anyway, so we just got done listening to an amazing woman, and I, if I forget her name, Lord help me, because thank you. She said it at least 35 times.
Jessie Tyler Williams
Is
was who we were just on there
yes,
with. She just recently lost her daughter to overdose, and it's heart-wrenching
it is.
because you don't expect it. Like, you don't expect to get that phone call that says, "We found your daughter," or, "We found your son, your spouse, your significant other," whatever the case may be. And I was very, very honored for her to reach out and ask me to stand by her as she went live and just kind of let her know I was there on the sidelines. And so I was very honored that she asked me to do that with her, because she's a beautiful woman with a beautiful soul, and now she truly is living on to remember and honor her daughter Rachel, who was absolutely stunning, just beautiful girl. So we send our absolute deepest condolences to her, and any way we can help, we're here.
And she mentioned a book on Amazon. Y'all be sure to look that up under Jessie Tyler Williams. She
Yes.
she really is a beautiful woman.
Hey,
What to come forward with this? It's just it wasn't easy for her. You could tell, and it's not easy talking about addiction. When it's your child.
well, you went through addiction too with
I did.
your sperm donor.
Come again? Ha!
Your sperm donor was addicted, or still is, or whatever, to pain meds.
Yeah.
And we had no idea. And he even overdosed and, like, literally planned out his suicide.
Yeah. I thought you was talking about me and drinking.
No.
Sorry, folks. I just yawned.
Yeah, he just woke up from his 4-hour nap.
No, I didn't. I had an ice cream date with my daughter.
That's so cute and sweet.
We went out to Dairy Queen and sat down, and she had a nanner split, and I had a large dipped. And the girl behind the counter asked me, "Do you want chocolate or cinnamon toast crunch?" I said,
Oh boy.
"I'm not eating breakfast, ma'am. I want chocolate. I want vanilla ice cream dipped in chocolate." So apparently they got a new dip.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a good time. I was sitting, just my daughter and I. Excuse me. Damn. Look, now you're yawning.
Yawning is contagious.
My wife has been working her butt off up here on
It's getting smaller.
another website. I think it's for me.
Yes, starting right now.
And our custom t-shirt apparel business that we have on the side. So that'll be up and running soon.
Can we just take a moment to talk about the monstrosity of a conundrum on Thursday through our yet again another ER visit?
It's the same old thing.
No. See, here's the thing. We won't even go through the
Well,
logistics
you know what?
of how we ended up there. It's again for the incompetency of people who know, oh, there's allergies, but to hell with it, we're going to use them anyway.
Yeah.
And a month post-op, still having yet reaction. Anyway, so this isn't even what I want to mention about. I want to mention about how when did emergency rooms become like restaurants, where you get messages on your phone that say, your table will be ready in 25 minutes. Well, in the emergency room, we got a message that says your estimated wait time to be seen is 6 hours, right? And this is supposed to be one of the most accredited, sought after, top of the line, like Harvard to law school medical facilities in the country. Like big time. Emory is supposed to be the shiznit, right? Okay. So I don't know. I talked to a couple people and they were all like, you have mama bear instincts. Because I kept saying to my husband and daughter, go get something to eat, go. And I was persistent. I was like, go, she needs to eat, go, or I'm leaving. Like I just kept really harping. I'm like, I'm leaving if you do not take her to get something to eat. She doesn't eat anything. She needs to go eat. They left, and it was a couple minutes at most when a lady came in. Now, for our listeners and who haven't had the pleasure, I'm saying facetiously, to attend an emergency room at Emory, you walk in and imagine going up to a ticket booth at a movie theater, you know, with the glass in front of you, and you say, one ticket for whatever, please. So you walk up and they ask you for your social security number and your date of birth. They didn't ask me for ID or anything like that. And then they say, okay, you know, would you like text messages? We're going to send them to you, and that's it. So explaining the situation, they put us in this like counseling comfort room or whatever, which really wasn't a room, directly beside the, I'm going to call them the ticket counter to log in. And it wasn't even a room because it had like a shower curtain in front of it. And if you pull back the shower curtain, there's like two little chairs, and they say that's where the doctors come in and tell the family what's going on. So we are there to see you guys have like geographic here of how close we were to the ticket booth. And in walks this woman. Luckily, my husband and daughter had just partaked in finding victuals somewhere. And this woman comes in and she's like, I need to see the doctor. And they tell her it's going to be 6 hours. And this woman, if it wasn't for HIPAA and I recorded this, I'm telling you, it would have just gone nuts on the internet. She's like, I am not waiting 6 hours to go and be seen in an emergency room. And they're like, no, it could be more than that, yada, whatever, right? So she's in a standing position and she falls to the ground. She makes herself fall and she goes, I'll get back sooner. She makes herself fall to the ground and proceeds to hit her head onto the floor. Like lift her head, slam her head, lift her head, slam her head. And then she proceeds to go into what has to be the worst imitation of convulsional seizures I've ever seen in my life, right? Now, we are parents of our beautiful daughter who, by the grace of God, knock on wood, has overcome epilepsy. It just stopped. She had childhood epilepsy, and by the grace of God, no more. But she was having like 20 grandma seizures a day, like convulsional, flop like a fish seizures. And you're very, very trained on your kid when this happens. So I'm literally about to go help her because right now the only thing that she has going on is the concrete to her head or the hard floor, and there's no medical personnel right there yet. So all these other people are standing around, and luckily I did not go. I pulled the curtain over just a little bit, and she was like, I need a doctor. I need a nurse. And I'm like, wait a minute. She's completely carrying on a conversation as she's quote unquote convulsing on the floor. And this just continues. So then some guy, now also, I guess what I didn't clarify is to walk in the doors of this emergency room, you have to go through metal detectors because you cannot bring in a weapon to the hospital. Then Emory has its own police force now. And there's police officers, maybe, I don't know, 25 feet from this, like back further behind near triage.
Yeah.
Right. And so with this being said, somebody goes and picks her up from her midriff And she just proceeds to start throwing punches, kicking, and proceeds to headbutt this poor person behind her to the point that there is like facial damage, right? Because she threw her head back so far. I'm getting back there. I'm getting back there. I'm not waiting 6 hours. I need a doctor. I need a nurse. And I am just sitting there dumbfounded. So I messaged my husband and said, do not return until I tell you situation has dissolved. And my daughter is a very nosy little girl when it comes to seeing our phones. And she always wants to read. So I did not want to go into what was transpiring because you know her. She's going to be like, oh, I want to go see it. I want to get down there. Da, 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 da. So I just said, absolutely not. Do not return until I tell you it's clear. This just kept going on and on. So then she's still having a quote unquote seizure. She has glasses on her head, not on her face, and they have not fallen, even though she's flopping everywhere. They tried to put her in one of those chairs for psychiatric holds, and they can't even detain her. And she's kicking and screaming and punching, and then she's like, I'm having a stroke and I'm having this. Yet, if you're having a stroke, okay, you're not going to be like completely punctuating and stating your words as perfectly as she is. Then she's still asking for doctor, and this just continues. I mean, this is going on, right? This is just not, this isn't a 30-second situation. And then after they were like, we're trying to help you, and she's yelling and cursing and screaming, I'm having a seizure, blah, blah, blah. And they can't even get her tied down. And the thing is that this is totally against any protocol ever about if you're truly having a seizure. Finally, she wins, and they take her back. They get her in the back. And the next person who is behind her in line to get your ticket to be seen by the ER doctor says, well, now you're looking at like 7 to 9 hours. And I just sit in the seat and go, you've got to be kidding me. Like, you got to be kidding me. This is our healthcare system, right? And after all these hours and multiple blood tests, because they couldn't draw enough blood to begin with the first time, and the surgeon is on campus, is there, sends me down somebody else from their quote unquote team. Now, here's the funny part. For those who don't know, I just had a spinal stem router put in that they make sure I got this right. They cut the nape of my neck, they cut a V-like shape, a hole, and then pretty nice long incision above my hip where the battery goes, right? I got them all?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And she comes in, who says she's a doctor, says that she is part of my surgeon's team, and says, can I look at your back? I said, sure. So next thing I know, she looks over and says, oh, these two scars on the opposite side, which is the left, must be from the trial device. And I'm like, you're done. You're done. No. So she's like, I have to go talk to my team. And, we're like, well, what happens here? We've already been here for hours, blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, I'm not sure, whatever. So I look at my husband and I'm like, they sent me howdy doody. Because if you're a doctor or a surgeon, yet alone a neurosurgeon, anybody knows that when you go through a trial for a stem router, a spinal stem router, anything like that, it goes on the outside of the skin where they hold it in place from anywhere from 5 to 7 days. But they do put the leads in surgically. They thread them in, but they don't permanently place them, right? So they do not cut you to put the battery in until you are going to get it permanently. And I have 2 scars on the left. And she's like, oh, those must be from your temporary. Okay. Well, no. So another doctor comes in. I'm like, is she a doctor? He's like, well, she's like a student or resident or whatever. Yeah, done. So then after all this time, and now it's late at night and pouring down rain, he looks and goes, come with me. This other doctor, really nice ER doctor guy. And he goes, I've only known you for today, and I know better than this, but you're never going to believe they want to put you home on another antibiotic, which is like the next round, which I haven't already been enough of, and that they know I'm allergic to it. And he goes, I've only known you a day, and I know not to give you this. How many people said to me, or to you, to us, that I need to consider whether or not I want the device out already?
Yeah. Several.
Yeah. And I'm like, I just got it in. And let's not remember why I had to have this put back in the first place, right? And what was so ironic is the ER doctor I had, not this howdy doody one, was like, who in the Sam hell did this to you? I mean, really, I was like, I know my back looks like, latitude and longitude for kindergartners with a marker. And he said, who in the hell did this? And I was like, this facility. And he couldn't believe it. And it's so ironic that, like, you go to the emergency room and they now tell you, and then they send you a survey. Okay. You're in the emergency room because something is wrong at that level. And then they send you a survey. How are we doing so far? How the hell do you think you're doing so far? I mean, you seriously are going to send me a survey asking about the competence and structure? I've never seen, and I'm that methodical mom. I'm like, I've never seen them wipe down a single seat. I've never seen them clean up or wipe around. I never saw them wipe off the arms of any chairs. Literally, like, the irony of this is, and I'm the first mom that'll say, hey, if you have a stroke victim of, somebody at Children's, they would say, we have a code red. And we come in and we'd say we're code red, which means we go ahead of anybody that's not code blue, right? Like, on their deathbed, we go and trump them because of everything that Faith had going on, right? Needless to say, they don't know whether to itch their watch or wind their butt. You can put your 2 cents in now. I'm done.
No, you've done great.
No, I'm off my soapbox because it really made me mad. I wouldn't have been so upset had Faith not had to be there, and I made it very clear. And I know she's not the only one that can't be around a bunch of really sick people in the waiting room. That's not an uncommon thing. And they looked at it, and the way that they treated the whole situation, it is mind blowing. It really is. And then they have like all this construction and it's 100 degrees out with humidity, and you can't come out of the main building and just be right at the parking deck anymore. You have to like come out of another building in the 100-degree heat and walk, even though it's raining, even though it's hot, and walk all the way outside and around to get to the parking deck. I mean, this is the dumbest thing ever. And here's the number. I want my husband's input on this. When you get to Emory, it's at a red light. And here's the kicker. It has the emergency entrance, and it's all freaking valet. If God forbid, now my grandfather back in the day was there, and he had heart surgery there, okay, back in the day. We're talking like in the 80s. But if I had to go and take somebody I love to that emergency room, and I am waiting at a light, and I have all these cars backed out because everybody's chit-chatting away from valet, and this is for the ER, it would have gone down a whole different way. I mean, how do you do that? Like, somebody's having a stroke, somebody's having a heart attack, somebody's having, somebody's not breathing, and you're supposed to wait for your friendly valet to park the vehicle before you go to the ticket booth to get your doggone tickets for the movie? Is that what our healthcare system has gotten down to? Go ahead. You're laughing profusely. Have at it, Hoss.
I think the prerequisites for emergencies have changed.
They've gone to hell.
Yeah. So what would be considered emergency back then is different from now. Now, obviously, we have time to wait because it's not an emergency. We have 6-7 hours to wait in the emergency room.
And they don't check on you.
Right? Now, after you were seen, you got checked on several times.
That's because I sneaked in.
Okay. Thank you, Tommy.
I sneaked in.
Yeah.
Like, I literally made my way in. I didn't like wait for them to come out. And I actually found Dr. Tommy and brought him to me. Like, I didn't just sit around twiddling my thumbs. That's not how it works. And then I said, they don't even do the labs in the doggone ER room, right? They send you over to triage first, and you go over there, and then they put you over to the phlebotomist section. So it's like, here's your concession stand. Here's the restroom. Go back to the ER waiting area. And I was like, can I just go to the lab? And then they're like, no, because if we call your name, you have to start back over at square one. It's like shoots and letters. Back down to, go to jail, come back out, you're back at nothing. I mean, oh my God. And then here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. I didn't even tell you this. So when I'm over in the phlebotomy corner, right? They ask me, okay, well, we have your orders for your labs. Do you want us just to, I swear as I'm breathing oxygen, do you want us to just draw your labs for you? Or would you like us to put in a dry IV that just remains with your line open until you get seen in the back? Hello, drug addicts. You're giving me a wide open line into my vein. I mean, seriously, like I am all about helping people in their moment of need. But if you're going to go in there and say, I'll give you a dry IV and tape it up where you can just push something through the little doohickey thing, I can give you an IV. And then if you don't need it, we'll take it out. Then we don't have to stick you again. Not like we're being watched in the waiting room anyway, because we're not. So, oh, sure, give me an IV. Don't watch and see what I do on camera. You know, if I'm somebody in the middle of the waiting area between now and 9 hours, and they tell you you're NPO. So let's say you're NPO, they're not allowed to eat or drink, and you have a 9-hour wait, and then they get you back, and it's shift change. Well, you got another hour, hour and a half from round change and you know, going back and forth and telling everybody their patient stuff. And then they come in, they're like, oh, we need to do a CAT scan, or we need to do this with contrast, or here's the next thing. We need this. You can't eat just yet. And by then, it's like 2 days later. I mean, seriously. And then you get this monster bill where they charge for an Advil like $74 for one Advil. It's just dumb. It's dumb, 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 dumb. While the CEO is out playing golf on the Masters green somewhere. And, you know, Bernie Marcus, who was the founder, I believe, of Home Depot, or no, whatever. Bernie Marcus has his own suite at the hospital of Emory, and no one's allowed to use it unless he needs to come in. Well, it doesn't matter if somebody else is going to use it, because if Bernie Marcus comes in, he's got an 11-hour wait to take a piss. Seriously. Why are you looking at me like this?
Because you're so fired up.
Because it's not right. It's not right.
Well, you're not going to change it.
If it had been you or my kid, oh yeah, I would have. I wouldn't have gone there.
You would have been like the screaming lady on the floor.
No, I wouldn't have even gone there. The only reason we went there is because we were already there for a doctor's appointment. That's the only reason. Like, no.
So my wife does have a valid point.
Only one?
There was this one time
at band camp. Only one valid point?
My wife and I were in the hospital with our daughter for several weeks, over a month. And my daughter kept hitting the button to come back, for the nurses to come back. And after a few minutes, when nobody responded, I go down towards the nurses' station and get their attention from their cell phones. And they say, sir, can we help you? I said, no, but you can help my daughter. Well, what's wrong? Well, she's bleeding from her head. Oh, that got them running. Yes, there were several of them that showed up in that room very, very quickly. Now, granted, she just had a nosebleed.
Hey, it's from the head.
But, you know,
geographics, my friend.
I wish it could change. I wish there was something better, you know, but
treat your patients like you yourself want to be treated, because one day it will and or can be you.
And that's the philosophy I had when I used to work at a garage door company.
Oh,
you go in and you treat that customer as this is your house.
And they got mad.
What would you do? Right.
Because they wanted you to upsell.
I treated people fairly.
Even though they didn't have any money. Like older people, they didn't have any money. So they actually criticized and critiqued my husband because we don't care. They can put it on a credit card.
I know you got a job to do as a physician or whatever the hell your technical title is at the hospital. Okay. It's a job. Okay. I understand this, but you have a responsibility now because you chose this profession. Get off your ass, get off your phone, walk your hall, talk to people. You know, be like a damn server at a restaurant. Come by every 5-6 minutes.
It doesn't happen either.
It doesn't.
I took pictures of the valet attendants who were standing around looking on their phones.
There's like 6 of them.
Yes. Yes.
Leaning on somebody else's car.
And then they want you to pay like $18 for parking. And they bring your car back and it smells like weed.
Weed, yeah. Anyway, I guess it's a rant rave episode.
Because they're stupid. And I don't mean like, I don't like the term stupid for mentally challenged. I mean, stupid is because you're not using your common sense. Treat people the way you yourself want to get treated. And I've had people ask, what is one consistent thing about me when it comes to people I see? And my husband will tell you, every time I see somebody, I say, hey, how are you? How are you doing? What's going on with you? Even the valet people, at certain places we go, the restaurants, we talk to them, we know them. How's the family? Oh, how did this? Oh, you just got a tattoo. Didn't you get a tattoo last week? Let me see it. And you treat people with decency and humanity and respect, and you get it back in return.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
Ugh. Ugh.
You feel better?
No,
No.
because the surgeon, is like, still, no, I don't need to see her. Well, here's the thing. Again, if somebody's coming in anaphylactic shock because they have a nut allergy, you don't freaking feed them peanut butter. I mean, come on.
You're referring to the irritation on your back?
My allergies are very clearly stated. And I even said I'm not going to be put under until the timeout is done because I don't want this happening. And instead, they came up with all sorts of CYA. Let's see. What CYA did I get? Oh, your body must be not used to and or rejecting the device. You must not be used to foreign bodies in your body. And I explained that I'm like Inspector Gadget, that I have more foreign bodies in my body than I do actual bones, and that's ridiculous. Or that they knew that my allergies were there, but they used everything I'm allergic to anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
and then, I have on there it's just stupid. It's like, okay, well, you're allergic to shellfish. Okay, you're allergic. I'm using this as an example. You're allergic to shellfish. Oh, okay. I'm bringing you out a beautiful chicken salad, and forget the stuff that smells like fish in the inside. It's just extra flavor and it's supposed to, garnish it. And then you eat it and it's got shellfish in it. And then you blow up like Will Smith as a pufferfish. And then you don't understand why people can't be competent enough to hear I'm allergic to shellfish. Like, it's all over. And then after the surgery, they don't even put the rails up. I had freaking a spinal surgery. They removed part of my spine, and I think they're making me like them. They want me to be a spineless bastard. I look at it like, we're only allowed to carry what our back can hold, and that's why I have to have metal, because I have too much on my back. But they didn't even put the rails up in the bed. Had they done that to Faith, holy crap.
Did you say spineless bastard?
I did. Do you want me to name some? You and I both know plenty. We know plenty of spineless bastards. Do we or do we not?
Yes.
Thank you.
So that's my wife, y'all. My loyal, fierce wife.
I will fight it to the end of the day for someone, but and I will. I will absolutely be there every step of the way. But when people, and I'm not talking about stepping by and helping somebody, I'm talking about on the other end of it. I mean, literally to treat people with such disregard, like it's literally like a windmill. It's like, okay, you have good insurance, yours is whatever, yours is mediocre, you have none, you're never going to pay. So you can wait, we'll see you a week from Sunday. Oh yeah, we'll be closed, by the way. And I mean, it's just like the windmill. You wait 9 hours and then you get 4 or 5 minutes with a doctor who looks pissed that you're taking those 4 or 5 minutes to ask questions.
Right.
And they look mad. And then they turn around and they're like, no. Have you looked at my allergies?
I think this is what it is. I believe this is what it is.
Right.
We get that two different times.
Yes. And everybody's like, well, how do you feel about taking it out?
Right.
Are you kidding me?
Let's just get more money from the insurance company.
But then there's no other option to help with this pain.
Yeah. So you're saying they do not care.
No. And I have a very few amount of doctors who don't care. I mean, that do care. And I have a lot that don't. Yeah. Because, and I'm sure when they started, like, Faith's pediatrician was one of the most amazing humans on the planet. And he died recently. And he was just full of life and love. And what an amazing human being this person was. And there's not many doctors like him. And I know that some of the people will say it was a calling, and it absolutely is. But then as they see the cha-ching and all the stuff that goes with it, and then the kickbacks from the pharmaceutical companies and the device reps and all that other stuff, what might be right for one patient might not send them to Hawaii at the end of the quarter, right? And that's not all doctors, but it's a good majority of them. And that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Sorry, it is just bullshit. It's shit from the bowl.
Hey, did I mention my wife's book on Amazon?
I have more than one.
You have more than one.
I think I have two. Many.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sitting there in my leisure position, taking 10 minutes,
4 hours.
and I wake up to find out my wife has wrote
Written.
87 pages.
No, that's incorrect.
Well, what is it?
I have now. You
What
just
is-
mocked me into this. I created today 12 workbooks that are going to go on a Contagious Smile in the store, and they are to help. They're like the basic level 1 books to help the beginning of a healing journey for every person, like from an amputee to somebody surviving abuse to somebody going through recovery. Each book is between 62 and 78 pages, and I did 12 books.
You dictated this to the computer, right?
No, I typed it.
You typed it
Yes.
with your left hand.
My right. I don't have a left hand. Anal cavity.
So you did all this work while I took a 10-minute nap,
4 hours.
one-handed.
Well, you also cut the grass in this period of time, and you slept and you played video games all during the time I did these 12 books. So it wasn't just 4 hours. It was like a good 8-hour frame.
So
But I type like 95 words a minute with my right hand. So
that's why I say you're fabtabulous, and
what the hell is a fabtabulous?
you work for me.
Bitch, please.
So
No.
if y'all think you have an amazing wife, look up Victoria Cure. Type her in Bing or Google. See how many pages she takes up. She's freaking awesome, y'all.
It's because
And
it's used to have its own zip
and
code.
she's freaking humble. She's humble as shit, and I love it.
And where are you on your weight loss journey? Where are you on your weight loss journey?
I heard wing loss,
No,
but I know you said
I
weight loss.
said weight loss.
So weight loss is I'm down below, I can tell you, I don't know, getting close to 30 pounds.
And you've only been doing it a very short
Getting
period
close.
of time.
Getting close. But I'm feeling better. I still take naps because I haven't been doing my B12 shots like I was before my surgery, but we'll get back
Did
into
you take your
that.
medicine today?
I did not. I'm old, I forget. Don't shake your head at me. What am I, 4?
Mm-hmm.
2?
At times.
Anyway, y'all be on the lookout for these workbooks. I'm sure she'll have them on contagiousmile.com.
Yes.
Maybe the
You
academy
asked
somewhere.
about my weight loss. My husband said to me, you need to lose like 15 more. And
If
all
I asked
my female friends, even though I advocate not, they were like, oh no, he'd be on the couch.
you jumped my skillet for asking you. How much do you weigh right now?
It's not about a number because, okay, we listen.
Okay, how much did you weigh before?
None of your freaking business.
See?
But I'll tell you how much I've lost.
I see the weight loss,
Where?
but I'm not supposed to say anything.
No, that's not true. You're supposed
That is
to
true.
say,
Okay, babe, you look amazing now that you lost some weight.
thank you.
Oh, I was fat before? You just
No.
didn't say anything?
I knew I was fat before because I chose to eat instead of take any kind of pain medication. I ate my pain.
But
So we know how much pain I
I
was in.
never said you were fat.
You said I was a little large and in charge.
No.
You told me I had a kadunk bunk dunk on my butt.
Okay,
On my butt.
that was the only true statement.
So
Everything else you made up.
I didn't. You even said, go look at the difference in the pictures of your face.
That didn't say you're fat.
You did say that.
No.
You did too. You said, go back and look at pictures of your face then and now.
I would never say you're fat. I love you perfectly as you are. Whatever day of the week that is, that's the way I love you.
Uh-huh.
So if you were 30 pounds heavier last year, I still love you.
Uh-huh.
Same as today.
Uh-huh.
Not on the couch.
Yeah, you are.
No.
Are you gonna take your pills tonight?
Yes, mother.
Don't you ever. Hey, epileptic shock. Because,
What?
didn't you used to call her something that has to do with peanut butter?
Uh,
Why would you call me such a toxic thing?
chicken.
No, I'm not. No, chicken's my nickname, and you better
I
keep it.
love my chicken
Why would you call me your egg donor? That's like, do you want me to call you?
because you're hounding me
You
like
called me
2-year-old.
your egg donor.
Did you take your medicine?
Do you want me to call you my sperm donor?
Oh no, that would be wrong.
That's disgusting, Pogo.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I've only called you one of my other wives one time.
Yeah. We're not going to even go there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to depart this for just a moment and have a conversation about why you're having intimate moments with your husband and the phone rings. And he answers it.
Okay, that was one time.
For
At
one of your
Bear's
little
Camp.
dude friends who you don't even speak to anymore.
But that was one time.
You should have had that in a proctology exam after that. Seriously.
Yes, I answered the phone during sex.
Oh, now it's just sex?
Well, back then, we weren't married.
Yes, we were.
We were?
Yes.
You see how old I am? I forget. No, we weren't.
Yes, we were.
We've only been married 5 years.
Yes. And it was here, and it was.
Oh, that's right, it was.
Oh, so you were right, dear.
I'm leaving this episode. You can take us out.
I brought
I'm
us in.
done.
No, you brought us in. You're not done. Are you going to go take your medicine?
No,
Why?
I have to take it with food.
Go have a snack. Tell your daughter to have a snack.
No, we need to bake some cookies for dogs.
Yeah, go do it. It's not cookies you're making.
See,
brushes.
you're telling me what to do again.
I have to work.
What are you, my boss?
Yes.
Well, actually, you are.
I know.
Can I have some money, boss?
You spend enough.
I need an advance.
For what?
I need a vacation. I'm gonna take some time off, some R&R.
No. You get plenty of R&R.
I need some,
You get plenty of recreational
Where's my card? You're stressing me out.
games. No, you get plenty of recreational video games and rest.
Oh, we're gonna have some recreational time tonight.
I'm not cleared by the doctors.
I'm your doctor.
Bitch, please.
Folks, from a Contagious Smiles, Unstoppable, with the uncanny, hilarious Victoria Cure
And my redneck.
and Michael. And again, y'all check out Jessie Tyler Williams and look up her book on Amazon. Okay. Bye, y'all.